Welcome back, everyone. We are here again at Hybrid Fitness with owner Hunter Grindle, and we are talking about accountability, one of the 3 things that people need to succeed.
Correct, yeah. So we talked about last week, right? There's really 3 things. When you're setting up your plan, your health plan for success, you need 3 things: the accountability, the proper exercise, and the recovery, which is nutrition, sleep, all those things.
Yes.
But accountability, right, is really, in my eyes, the most important one, because you can have the perfect plan. You can have everything set in stone, but if you don't do it and you don't stick to it consistently, hey, that plan doesn't matter. Nothing gets done, right?
Yeah. I know that's the way I am. I can't hold myself accountable sometimes, so I'm sure you see that a lot.
There's really 3 things first that you want to avoid when trying to stick to a plan, and then I'm going to share with you some others that will really help you. So the first big thing I see that hurts people when they're getting started is they rely solely on the workout buddy. They have one workout buddy,
right.
And as soon as that, either yourself or the workout buddy gets injured or they can't make it, you lose that momentum, and the one person who you relied on is gone. And before long, you're not doing anything yourself. I'm sure this has happened to you back behind the TV there.
I see it all too often, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The second most, thing that you want to avoid when setting up your accountability, right, is you want to make sure that you set the proper expectations. A lot of us go into something thinking, we can get a lot for a little. And because of everything that's in the commercials and online, we see the top 1%, the best of the best results for people who really crushed it. One thing they don't show is all the hard work that they did to get there, first
exactly.
of all. So you need to understand that your journey is your own. You're going to see your own progress. And you really need to take the time to celebrate each small success. That doesn't mean, 1 pound is success too, but look at the other things too, some of the unmeasurables. Think about energy, and just when you have more energy, what that does to your life in general, right? It improves your mood. You deal better with the people you're working with your family members, right? And that just has a huge impact on your life. The final thing for the accountability is you don't want to jump completely in. And I know there's a lot of people out there, right, who are like all or nothing, they'll do something, they'll quit cold turkey, or they'll go all in. And while that works for some people, it's not always a sustainable approach. It might be a really good short-term approach, and we actually have those programs, right, where we have like, hey, we're going to do this boot camp for a month, and we're going to go all out. But I would never expect anybody to do that for their entire life. When you're setting up your plan, especially for accountability, you want to make sure this is something that you can stick to for the rest of your life. And if it isn't, then you may want to keep looking. So now that you know kind of what to avoid, I want to tell you what the top 3 things are that you can do to be accountable.
Things that you should do.
Exactly. So the number 1 is recognizing this rule. It's called Pareto's Principle, or what we call the 80-20 rule. So in the 80-20 rule, it basically states that you can get 80% of the results, or 80% of progress for 20% of the work. Pretty much, in short, it's the best bang for your buck, right? And for a lot of you who have, not a ton of time between the kids and the job and
we
everything.
like that.
Yeah, right? Like we
really like that.
Yeah, we want to be efficient. And so find the things, right, that you can do that you're going to get the best bang for your buck. Number 2 is you want to put it in your schedule. So we get a doctor's appointment, right? We're putting that in our calendar. We got to bring our cat or our dog to the vet. That's in the calendar. We have a dentist appointment. That's in the calendar. We're going to exercise. Who puts that in their calendar? No one. If we set it in the calendar and we make it a priority, because that's what it's doing. When we put that in our schedule and we block everything else off, that's making that a priority, and we need to prioritize our health, right? And then finally, and this one, it's kind of like having a very truthful conversation with yourself. It's number 3, and it's really laying out your visions for what will happen, if you continue down the path you're going. What will happen if you make the changes you need to make, and then also recognizing what are some of the things that you've sacrificed up to this point.
Of those do's and don'ts, do you find that some people lean towards one thing more than the other?
Well, I kind of normally choose that for them. We kind of make the decision together, to be honest. I'm a big fan of the 80-20 rule, and we kind of put that into place here with everything we do. Because, in our classes we have an hour, and it's not a lot of time. We could be in here for 2 hours, and there's some people who do that. But in that hour, we want to make sure we're taking advantage of every single minute. And with that, we're not always, we're not going to work out every single finger muscle if your goal is fat loss. We want to work our entire body the whole time. And so we're going to do the movements that are going to give us the best bang for our buck.
All right, Hunter. Well, thank you for all the information.
Yeah,
Hopefully that's helped some people at home. And next week, we're actually going to get down and dirty and do some actual exercises.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to get a little workout in, so you got your sneakers on. Bring them next week for sure.
Awesome.
Look, and if you need any help with accountability, feel free to reach out to me. If you go to their Facebook page, you'll be able to see how to get a hold of us, and we want to do anything to help you. So if you need some extra advice past this video, we're more than willing. This is my mission. This is Hybrid Fitness's mission to help you. So feel free to reach out.
All right, there you have it. We'll be back with more Midcoast Today.